It's not always fair to cater just a major romance audience, so for our Fujicious and Fudantious out there, we bring them the top 10 most finest yaoi anime of all time. Welcome back to Anime Empyrean. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. So, without any further ado, let's get on to the list.
濡れ衣を着せられたのに手助けするんですか？
やっぱりあった。ほら、思った通りだ。
失礼します。キー様にお願いがございます。
Low on luck after a series of unfortunate events, Yukika works part-time to try bringing himself out of a life of poverty. After a strange encounter with a white-haired man in a junkyard, Yukika wakes up to discover that he was killed in a sudden accident and has become a spirit. The man he had encountered, Tanmoku Kai, is revealed as the 13th Yumeshi of the Tanmoki, the highest-ranking exorcist family of China. Noticing the wandering spirit, he offers Kika the opportunity to form a pact. He'll also offer Kika protection from humans, and in return, Kika will have to become his spirit shadow, keeping him safe and guarded at all times. From then on, the two face untold challenges in the spiritual world, striving to keep those around them safe from harmful spirits. Along the way, the pact they formed grows into something more, a bond that neither of the two ever expected. Dramatical murder is set in the near future on the fictional island of Midorojima, Japan. At some point in the game's recent history, the island was privatized by the powerful Toei concern and turned into a resort called Platinum Jail, with the island's original residents being forced to live in the old residential district. Protagonist Aoba Saragaki lives on the island and works at a store named Junk Shop Mediocrity, hoping to live a simple life. However, after being forcefully dragged into the popular cyber game Rime with its virtual world and its use of allmates, mobile devices that usually appear as if they are the owner's pets, and hearing rumors about disappearances involving ribsties, turf wars between groups, all semblance of unpeaceful life for Aoba.
つーか可愛げのないクソガキに従順な時代があったのか謎。
うちの末っ子をクソガキ言うな。
け、そこで朝っぱらからアルコールガブ飲みしてるお姉に言われたかね。黙るかのツンデレブラか。
Haru Kaito goes to visit Canada and spend his summer holidays in the woodland house of his strict and strong-willed mother Haruko, who purposely fools her son into believing that she's on the verge of death, only to burden him with the responsibility of taking care of her newly adopted puppy. That puppy, in actuality, is a small rash anti-social boy named Ren, who doesn't trust anyone and would prefer hanging out with Haruko's dogs. Haruko orders Haru to civilize Ren until the end of summer. As the young man struggles in doing everything he can to help Ren, their relationship gradually improves, so far so that when Haru graduated high school, he planned on taking Ren to Japan for them to live together with his twin half-brothers. Unfortunately, an accident occurs that causes the death of Haru's father and stepmother, leaving him the only survivor. 5 years later, Ren comes to Tokyo, Japan and claims Haru as his new brother.
のは嫌だったんだ。まったく。
ってことは。泉、漫画描いてるのか。すごいな。普通の人には描けないだろ。すごいよ。
いや、それほどでも。
With an actress mother, producer father, and rock star brother, anyone would expect Izumi Sina to eventually enter showbiz himself. However, aside from a commercial for a wedding magazine when he was a child, Izumi has never been in the spotlight. Instead, he aims to become a manga artist. But a decade after the shoot, the magazine calls for a 10th anniversary ad, requesting the original child actors for the project. This reunites Izumi with Ryauma, now a popular actor who, much to Izumi's shock, has been in love with him ever since their first meeting. However, due to Izumi's feminine appearance and unisex name, Ryauma believed the boy was a girl and continues to do so to this day. Izumi's troubles are just beginning because even after discovering the truth, Ryauma can't seem to shake off his feelings.
Lin, お前だ。お前がいてくれたから俺は。黙れ！俺も分かったんだ。 気づいたんだ。何のために泳ぐのか、誰のために泳ぐのか。
Haruka Nanase has a love for water and a passion for swimming. In elementary school, he competed and won a relay race with his three friends Rin Matsuoka, Nagisa Hazuki, and Makoto Tachibana. After claiming victory at the tournament, the four friends went their separate ways. Years later, they reunite as high school students. However, Rin couldn't care less about returning to the way things used to be. Not only does he attend a different school, but the sole thing important to him is proving that he is a better swimmer than Haruka. After the bitter reunion, Haruka, Nagisa, and Makoto decide to form the Iwatobi High School Swim Club, but they will need a fourth member if they hope to take part in the upcoming tournament. Then enters Reirai Ugazaki, a former member of the track team whom Nagisa recruits. As the time to compete draws near, the four develop a close bond while training intensely to come out on top and settle things between Haruka and Rin once and for all.
これ何ですか。
これからもきっといろんな難問にぶち当たるけど二人で一つずつ解いていこう。そういう証だ。
Masahiro Saidegawa has stopped believing in heroes as he believes that heroes do not truly exist, especially since he has been getting into a lot of trouble. He's been coerced into joining a gang and is often bullied and used as a gopher boy. However, soon an infamous street fighter named Kaosuke Shiba, or the Bear Killer, inadvertently saves him. This man happens to be the older brother of his best friend Kensuke Shiba and his current homeroom teacher. Now Kaosuke has claimed Masahiro as his underling and promises to protect him, but the feelings seem to run far deeper for both. Meanwhile, Kensuke is reunited with an old friend Asaya Hasakura, a popular pretty boy who declares his love for Kensuke and leaves Kensuke confused and unsure of his feelings.
教えてやる。経験はないよ。だろうな。ほら背筋を伸ばして顎を上げて下を見るなよ。ワン、ツー、スリー、ワン、ツー、スリー、ワン、ツー、スリー、ワン、ツー。
Many years ago, after the end of a bloody world war, mankind took shelter in 6 city-states that were peaceful and perfect, at least on the surface. However, thanks to a chance encounter with a mysterious boy Nizumi, Shion, an elite resident of the city-state number 6, gained a new perspective on the world. Nizumi just turned out to be one of many who lived in the desolate wasteland beyond the walls of the utopia. But despite knowing that the other boy was a fugitive, Shion decided to take him in for the night and protect him, which resulted in drastic consequences. Because of his actions, Shion and his mother lost their status as elites, and the darker side of the city began to make itself known to them. Now, a long time after their life-altering first meeting, Shion and Nizumi are together finally to embark on a new shattering adventure.
変な菌入ったら怖いんで使ってください。
そりゃどうも。
ほらね、こういう時に役立つんですよ。
巻いて。
は？
俺巻くの下手だから。
はあ？子供じゃあるまいし、それくらい。
Having to deal with jealousy from his co-workers, a prideful literary editor, Ritsu Onodera quits the job at his father's company and joins Marikawa Publishing. But instead of being placed in their literary division, Ritsu finds himself in the Emerald Manga Editing Department, a team that operates under extremely tight schedules. There, he is introduced to an infamous editor, Masamune Takano, a persistent man who strives for results. As it turns out, Takano is actually Ritsu's high school love, and it is the aftermath of that heartbreak that has caused Ritsu to fall in love again. Now with the two reunited after several years of separation, the re-establishment of their relationship is marked by Takano to make Ritsu say that he loves him again. Anime follows 3 couples that are interconnected within the manga industry, with each being subject to the budding of first love.
感謝するのねマックス。彼がいなかったらあんた今頃蜂の巣よ。
前に取材で世話になったんだ。
君たちいい線いってるじゃない。うちの雑誌のモデルにならない？
モデル騙されるなよ。知りな。
Aslan Jade Callan-Reese, known as Ash Lynx, was a runaway, picked off the streets of New York City, and raised by the infamous godfather of the mafia, Dino Golzine. Now 17 years old and the boss of his own gang, Ash begins investigating the mysterious banana fish, the same 2 words his older brother, Griffin, has muttered since his return from the Iraq War. However, his inquiries are hindered when Dino sends his men after Ash at an underground bar he uses as a hideout. At the bar, Skip introduces him to Shinichi Ibe and his assistant, Eiji Okumura, who are Japanese photographers reporting on American street gangs. However, their conversation is interrupted when Shorter Wong, one of Ash's allies, calls to warn him about Dino. Soon, Dino's men storm the bar and in the ensuing chaos kidnap Skip and IG. Now, Ash must find a way to rescue them and continue his investigation.
世界中のスケートファンから恨まれてたりしてごめん、私たちはユリ君の味方だから。そうそう、今シーズンも応援行くよ。まずは初戦の中国大会。あれ、ユリ去年の全日本で
Reeling from his crushing defeat at the Grand Prix finale, Yuri Katsuki, once Japan's most promising figure skater, returns to his family home to assess his options for the future. At age 23, Yuri's window for success in skating is closing rapidly, and his love of pork cutlets and aptitude for gaining weight aren't helping either. However, Yuri finds himself in the spotlight when a video of him performing a routine previously executed by five-time world champion Viktor Nikiforov suddenly goes viral. In fact, Viktor himself abruptly appears at Yuri's house and offers to be his mentor. As one of his biggest fans, Yuri eagerly accepts, kicking off his journey to make it back onto the world stage. But the competition is fierce, as the rising star from Russia, Yuri Plisetsky, is relentlessly determined to defeat Yuri and win back Viktor's tutelage.